Presented by Listen Headlines, latest world news from trusted sources.
World CBS News, com. October 28, 1907 America, New York. Biden urges Dems to back sweeping social agenda. President Biden revealed the framework for his Build Back Better plan before traveling to Europe. Mr. Biden hoped to have the spending bill approved by now, but Democrats have been unable to make a deal.
BBC News World. October 28, 1902 America, New York, Japan election. Why the ruling party keeps winning. As Sunday's polls approach, we look at why it is so difficult to defeat the ruling party.
October 28, 1858 America, New York. Analysis. Misinformation as the invasive species of 2021. Misinformation about COVID-19 vaccines has cost lives. October 28, 1831 America, New York. Analysis. The battle for the Senate could turn on this one decision. New Hampshire Governor Chris Sununu said recently that he would make a decision on whether to run for Senate in 2022 in the next few weeks.
World CBS News, com. October 28, 1831 America, New York. How one military mom mobilized thousands of volunteers to bring sense of hope to Afghan refugees. With tens of thousands of Afghan refugees arriving in the U.S. since August, Amy Martin, a military spouse and mom of two, saw there was a need to help these refugees get their life started in America.
New York Times World News. October 28, 1826 America, New York. France detains British boat as a fight over fishing rights escalates. The British government summoned France's ambassador for talks over the incident, the latest sign of cross-channel tension between the two countries. A British trawler, the Cornelis Gert Jan, moored in the port of Le Havre after France seized the ship on Thursday.
October 28, 1819 America, New York. The U.S. government has known about climate change since 1965. Climate change denial goes back further than you think. The latest reality check with John Avlon traces how climate change denial has grown over decades despite growing scientific evidence. October 28, 1805 America, New York. Lawmaker brings trunk full of props to question oil executives. Representative Katie Porter, DCA, used a trunk full of rice to question oil executives about the amount of unused oil permits on federal land. October 28, 1747 America, New York. Amazon slaps a $9.95 fee on Whole Foods deliveries. And Walmart pounces. Whole Foods shoppers may have received a shock this week if they noticed a new $9.95 delivery fee on orders placed through Amazon Prime.
World CBS News, com. October 28, 1745 America, New York. Rich nations failing poor countries in climate fight, report. The U.S. and other developed countries spend more on border security than addressing climate migration, group says.
BBC News World. October 28, 1744 America, New York. Climate change. Major U.S. oil companies face grilling by Congress. House Democrats accuse major oil companies of misleading the public for decades.
Time. October 28, 1742 America, New York. Cuomo accused of forcible touching in criminal complaint. Albany, New York. A criminal complaint filed by a police investigator with a court in Albany has accused former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo of committing a misdemeanor sex crime, though there were reports Thursday that the document might have been submitted in error.
October 28, 1740 America, New York. Amazon and Apple warn of supply chain issues. Even Amazon and Apple are grappling with the global supply chain crunch. October 28, 1729 America, New York. Mitt Romney trolls Democrats with costume and cinema. Senator Mitt Romney, RUT, wore a Ted Lasso costume and trolled Democrats with a message calling Senator Kyrsten Sinema the boss for her role in the infrastructure bill negotiation. October 28, 1717 America, New York. SEC is still investigating Senator Richard Burr for insider trading, court filings say. A U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission insider trading investigation into stock trades made by Senator Richard Burr and his brother-in-law at the outset of the pandemic remains open, the SEC said in court filings made public this week. October 28, 1712 America, New York. Billionaires' wealth has soared 70% in the pandemic. That's one reason why Democrats wanted to tax them. Already massively wealthy, America's billionaires saw their collective fortunes soar more than 70% to more than $5 trillion during the pandemic. October 28, 1710 America, New York, Ava DuVernay says a microaggression changed how she dresses. Award-winning filmmaker Ava DuVernay tells CNN's Christiane Amanpour about her new Colin Kaepernick series and a microaggression that changed the way she dresses.
Time: October 28, 1702 America, New York. Joe Biden has to clean up his own messes in Europe, not just Donald Trump's. When Joe Biden met with allies on the west coast of England in June, he spent time assuring the world that Donald Trump's impulsive diplomacy and pattern of insults and discord was over.
New York Times World News. October 28, 1701 America, New York. Your Friday briefing. China sticks to a zero-COVID strategy. An epidemic prevention and control staff member in Beijing, China.
October 28, 1658 America, New York. Flight organizer convicted in crash that caused death of soccer star David Henderson, who organized the flight that crashed and left soccer player Emiliano Sala and pilot David Ibbotson dead, has been found guilty of endangering the safety of the aircraft, Cardiff Crown Court confirmed to CNN on Thursday. October 28, 1654 America, New York. Barbara Corcoran, home buyers can't afford to wait. Waiting for the wild housing market to calm down before buying a place? October 28, 1654 America, New York. Forecasters predict one of the biggest tidal flood events of the past 2 decades. Over 20 million people are under alerts for coastal flooding, including residents of Baltimore and Washington, D.C., as a large and powerful low-pressure system shifts from the central U.S. toward the northeast.
Mirror World News. October 28, 1651 America, New York. Diver forced to fend off 16-feet shark with hands after it sticks nose in cage. The diver, called Dickie, was in a clear plexiglass container beneath the surface dressed like a seal in a bid to lure mega sharks known to inhabit the waters of Guadalupe Island, Mexico. CNN.com World. October 28, 1648 America, New York. Russian accused of being part of cybercrime ring extradited from South Korea to Ohio. A Russian man accused of being part of cybercrime ring that infected millions of computers worldwide was arraigned in federal court in Ohio on Thursday after being extradited from South Korea, the Justice Department announced.